Hope you all are doing well. This is Marvin Preaching Sense. Just want to do a video on 10 fragrances that are just good winter, fresh type fragrances. They're strong, but they're not just overbearing. You know, right now everybody's kind of coming with the really sweet, the strong ambers are coming out, and so I just want to go over some more fresh, but yet still enough heft to cut through the winter cold weather. So let's get right to it. All right, first one on the list is going to be Ganymede. Ganymede. You can see that there's a little bit of a glare right there. So Ganymede is, you know, I've featured this before. This one right here is a very unique. It is a mineral suede saffron fragrance. You'll get that saffron will give it a nice kind of a leather nuance to it. It has this accord that's called osmanthus. Now that accord will really enhance that leatheriness, but it also gives it this milky apricot creamy type of vibe to it as well. It's warm, it has a spice, but a fresh spiciness to it. It is just a nice fragrance. It'll run you about $130 depending on the size, right? And it is just a nice quality, unique fragrance. I suggest definitely not, I wouldn't blind buy this one though. So check that one out. That's Marc Antoine's Ganymede. Next one on the list here is gonna be this one right here is Hermès. This is H24. H24. This right here is a nice, you know, it kind of threw me for a loop. I was kind of surprised that you wouldn't think of Hermès putting out a fragrance like this, but it's kind of gives you a throwback feel to the 70s and 80s, yet with the new school twist. So I wouldn't call it's not an old. You won't smell old. It's definitely not that. It just kind of gives you that kind of a vibe. It's green. It's kind of has a mossiness to it, but when it opens up, you're gonna get this deep, rich, kind of a creamy coconut vibe to it. I don't think that's listed, but that's the kind of vibe that you're gonna get with it. This one I always say reminds me of walking through, you know, a forest, or walking through maybe a damp forest after it's rained. So this is kind of like that, you know, when it rains, that feeling you get after it's rained the night before. This right here kind of reminds you of that feeling, but it's perfect for this type of season because it's just it has enough heft and strength in it to kind of cut through some of the cold. Especially now, this is not the EDT, this is the Parfum. All right, so this is the Parfum version. It has some amber, a little amberiness to it. It has clary sage. It could be aromatic, but nice freshness to it. It will run you, this one should run you about, I don't know, anywhere from $60 to $70. So it's more affordable than some of the other fragrances. Okay, I gotta get moving on this one. I'm kind of moving slow today. This one right here, you all know this one. This is Parfum de Marly's Layton. I don't have to spend a lot of time on this because I featured it before. A lot of people have, but it's just that good. The apple, the lavender, the bergamot. Man, it's just, man, you can almost wear this year round. Maybe not in the high heat, but man, this is just a good fragrance right here. You won't go wrong. This is a compliment getting. You're gonna get compliment on this one. It's just gonna happen. It has the cardamom in there. You'll get the sandalwood. Oh boy, it is just a good fragrance. Every time I smell it, I'm just like taken aback. It's just so nice. So get your nose on Layton. $150 range is the price you'll pay. Next one on the list, another one that is just compliment getting. This is Dior Sauvage. This is the EDT. Just go ahead and get your nose on this. It's the perfect mix of fresh and amber and citrus all blended together. So if you like that citruses and the freshness that you get in the summertime fragrances, but then you want that ambery richness that you're going to get from the fall fragrances. This right here is the perfect blend. You can wear this year round. You can wear this dressed up. You can wear it casual. It's very versatile. It has the bergamot in there. There's some peppers in here as well. And then there's a nice lavender accord. That lavender accord gives it it's a sweet woodiness to it. Maybe a little hint of a powderiness. Not the old, like an old person type. I shouldn't say that, but not like a baby powderish type of powderiness. So don't get me wrong when I say powdery. This is just a good fragrance you can get for under $100. So get your nose on this. Next on the list here, we're going to go with this one right here is by Xerjoff, is 40 knots. 40 knots. This is you can see that right there. Beautiful bottle. Xerjoff always has beautiful bottles. The presentation is going to be top notch. This is a nice kind of it gives you a nice sea breeze. There's a woodiness and a saltiness to this. It kind of gives you beach vibes. I know that's kind of where you're like, oh, but I don't want to go to the beach in the winter. But it's just a nice freshness, and it has a warmth to it that is just different. So we're talking about fresh fragrances that you can wear into the winter, and I think this is a good one right here because of that floral sea breeze type of vibe. But the warmth that you're gonna get from this is kind of it gives you this sparkling iris accord in here. I don't know if iris is listed, but it's a sparkliness to it, but there's a nice warmth to it as it dries down. So just get your nose on it. It'll run you about $100 and maybe $20, depending if you can catch it on sale. But Xerjoff. Next on our list here, we're gonna go with kind of an old school. This is Boucheron pour Homme, if I'm saying it correctly. This is the EDT, right? Yeah, the EDT. This here is a very affordable, $30. Man, it opens up with the lemon, the bergamot. I'm gonna spray this one. Yeah, it has that lemon, that bergamot, that kind of an orange accord in there, but then there's a nice lavender in it as well. You'll get that, especially in these old school type fragrances. It has some floral notes in there. I think it lists ylang ylang, which is kind of a banana type floral accord. It has rose and jasmine in there as well. So it has a lot of notes in there, but as it dries down, you'll get the benzoin. So it has a little bit of warmth and some ambers come through. You'll get some vetiver, maybe a mossiness to it. So it's a lot going on in this fragrance, but it's just, if you like an old school fragrance that you can still wear today, this is a good fragrance to get your nose on. It's strong enough to really cut through the winter cold, but it has a freshness to it. So this, as I say, run you about $30 to get your nose on it. Oop, almost dropped it. Okay. Now next on the list, this one here, I don't think I've featured this one before, but this is by Olfactive Studio, and this is Chambre Noir. I think it's Chambre, pronounced Chambre or Noir. This here is one of my great best pickups of the year, in my opinion. It opens up with a beautiful plum accord. Yeah, that plum mixed with the incense. It has violet in there as well, which gives it a kind of that sweet floral vibe to it. And then it has papyrus in there, so it gives it a nice little smokiness to it. Maybe some leather nuances as well, and that might be from the papyrus as well, but it'll have some creaminess from the sandalwood. Take a look at that right there, and it's just a nice fragrance. It has some patchouli, gives it a little earthiness to it, so it has the freshness as well, but it kind of reminds me of there's a fragrance I'm trying to think of, but it reminds me of, it'll pop up on the screen here, But yeah, it's just a nice fragrance. It's a really unique, different type of vibe for the that you can wear here in the winter here. Running about $115. So get your nose on that one as well. Okay, next one on the list here. I'm not going to talk much about this because I've featured it plenty of times before. This is Mancera Cedrat Boise. I don't need to talk about this. You all know it. You've seen it. A lot of people talk about it, but it is that good. It is a woodiness. It has fruitier chords in there. It has the citruses. You can wear this one year round. To me, it has the lemon, the bergamot, the black currant has, you know, but in dry down, you'll get the vanilla. You'll get some woods, sandalwoods. It's just, you can wear this one very versatile, dressed up. You can wear it casual, solid fragrance. You all know this one. You can get this one for under $100. You shouldn't. Matter of fact, you probably can get it for 75 to 80 bucks if you are patient and find the sales. Okay, next one on the list here, gonna be Gravitas pour Homme. This is by Naughton and Wilson. This here, see a beautiful gold bottle, opens up, that old school lavender. Love the lavender, the orange and the bergamot. So it is pretty cool. I really like this fragrance. It has some sandalwood, so it gives a creaminess. You'll get the vanilla and some warmth in there as well. Definitely has a freshness to it. It definitely is one. I usually wear this one when it rains. I love wearing this on a rainy day. Something about it just works very well. I think there's some oak moss in there. Maybe that's why. So get your nose on it. I featured this before, so I'm not gonna talk too much. It was probably about $115. Next on the list here, we're gonna go with, and this one right here. This is by Narciso Rodriguez. This is Bleu Noir. This is the Parfum. You know, trying to cut through that winter cold weather as well. So this has that iris accord in there, but a very light iris. So if you want an introduction to iris, this one is a good one here. It's not a strong, heavy one, but it definitely gives you that creaminess and that nice iris accord. It has the cardamom, some bergamot in there as well. Has an orange accord. But then in the dry down, you're going to get some of that good tonka. You know, those are good winter accords. There's some musk and some sandalwood and things of that nature. So good, very versatile, not too heavy, nice, fresh. It run you about $65, $70, so affordable. You can very versatile. You can wear this one, you know, throughout the year. So that's another good thing about it. Most of these fragrances you can wear throughout the year, just because of their versatility. So a lot of very versatile, fresh type fragrances. And then, so I think those are 10 fragrances there for you all. I'll put a bonus one on there, and that's going to be Bleu de Chanel. This is the Parfum version. It's Bleu de Chanel, so you all know about it. The bergamot, the mint, the lemon, nice lavender, pineapple. Just dress it up. Quality fragrance. I don't need to talk much about this one as well, but 150 bucks, but it's worth every penny. This is a staple of any person's collection. If you just have to have one pricey fragrance to purchase, Bleu de Chanel would do it. It's gonna mass appealing, compliment getting, and that's it. So I give you all 10 fragrances with the bonus, maybe 11 fragrances that are fresh, but that are good for the winter. They have enough heft to cut through the cold. They're fresh. A lot of these are very versatile. Get your nose on it, give it a shot, and see what you all think. So this is Marvin with Preaching Sense. Catch you all in the next video.